Hi, everyone. Thanks for coming. Today, we don't have so many athletes or coaches with us. And the good point is that we have like many competitions running right now. Football, the wheelchair fencing are getting back home from the World Cup, and goalball they are flying to Italy. So it's totally understandable why, and we don't have so many, unfortunately, this. But anyway, and you can share with them because we are going to upload this video and all websites and YouTube channel. So Virtus YouTube channel, World Elite Sport YouTube channel, and IPSA YouTube channel. Share with your friends, okay? Let's be quick because we have just around 20 minutes for talk about a very important subject today. Let's share my screen. So let's start with our presentation. Again, thanks for coming. Don't forget to share with your friends. All these videos that we are having every month, it will be on the YouTube channel, okay?
Juliana,
Yeah.
sorry to interrupt. Do you mind putting it in the presentation mode? We can still see your all the slides. So
Oh,
yeah.
sure. As you know, I'm not super good at, maybe here.
No worries. It's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
Yes.
So thanks again. Don't forget, it's our anti-doping awareness program and for 3 international federations. And if you need any support, let us know. Okay. As we talk at this month, our subject for this meeting will be list of prohibited substance. All your athletes or coach, medical team must know about this subject. Okay, it's very important, maybe the most important subject for us. Why? Oops. We must understand that WADA has a prohibited list, and this list it contains many substances that it's day by day substance that they use, and to substance that we don't have even idea how we can find. So this list identifies substance prohibited, but also methods. We are going to talk about the methods. Don't worry. And this list is updated year by year. So every 1st of January, we have a new list. Remember, 1st of January, we have a new list. So what we should do, if you take any medicine for any reason, you must to double check every year if this substance got inside the list or not. So for example, we had some substance that we was not prohibited until 2022. However, doing the WADA studies, doing university studies, we added this substance on the list in 2024, like tramadol. So be careful, double check the list every year, okay? Be careful with tramadol. Many athletes, special wheelchair users, use consumption this medicine. Be careful, okay? Um, this list also there are 2 categories: prohibited all the times and in competition. We are going to explain this in the next slide, but just to understand, prohibited all the times. If you're at home training or in a competition, it's prohibited. Okay? Doesn't matter if you are not being tested, you should not use it. And in competition, it's when you are in a competition for athletics, swimming, wheelchair fencing, judo. You are competing and someone invited you to go to the doping control. Okay? Out of competition and in competition substance. Okay? We are going to talk about all this. And the fourth, and but not at the last one, why the substance or method get, I hit myself. Why those substance got on the list? How, why WADA put them? They must harm at least 2 of these 3 topics, okay? Can generation performance, for example, some substance that get you stronger, faster, I don't know, faster not just with the arms, but also with your brain, can damage your health. So, for example, to use a prohibited substance that it's a really drug, so can help damage your health, or that it's not a fair play, it's not under a sport environment. So, for example, marijuana, cocaine, that fear the sport environment. Okay, if it's one of those three, it's on the list. Okay, we must have at least two. Any question? Let's go to the next slide. As I talked, we have some substances that are prohibited all the time and some prohibited substances that are prohibited in competition. Let's give an example. So, in competition, you are going to next week to Sweden for athletics competition that Virtus is organizing with the LOC, with the country. And we can test you. When we are inviting you to go to the doping control station, and if for any reason we can find your sample, a stimulant or a narcotic or cannabinoid or a glucocorticoid, it's prohibited and it's going to be tested positive. Okay? However, if you're at home and we are testing you before or after the competition, so 2 days before at your training camp or 3 days before after in your home, for those substances that I talked, like stimulants, narcotics, cannabinoids, and glucocorticoids, are not going to be positive. Did you understand? Why? Because they are prohibited just in competition. Okay? However, the majority of the substance are prohibited all the time. For example, anabolic agents. If I test you at home or I test you in a competition, it's going to be tested positive. What I want to say to explain about this, talk with your doctor and explain to them that you are athlete and you can be under doping control and you cannot test positive for many substances. Okay? Always talk with your doctor. They must be aware that you can be tested. Okay? Don't forget, in competition substance and all the time prohibited substance. This is good to have a print screen of this. But if you have any question, please talk with me by email or by the social medias. We are here to help. Okay. If you send any question on social medias, Mushi or Lucy that are in charge of the media like Instagram or Facebook, they are going to reach this question to me. Okay. So I'm going to give some examples for you about prohibited substance that are in medications. Some of you maybe know that athletes that has asthma, that is when you don't breathe pretty well, must use this equipment. This equipment that it's a bomb, okay, can the majority of them can have this substance called salbutamol. What's this salbutamol? Salbutamol it's under our prohibited list. We call PET2 agonist. Okay, so it's a prohibited substance. If you have asthma, okay, and you use this type of medication or your athlete using this type of medication, please be careful because these substances are prohibited. How much is prohibited? You have here an example. For example, I don't know where I am now. Let me see on the screen. I cannot see myself, but you can see here the equipment. So if you use until under the dose, it's not a problem. For 8 hours, 600 mcg, and 24 hours, 1006. To double check with your doctor the amount of the substance to get inside your body per day and per 8 hours, okay? It's really important because we can test you and be positive. If you are not sure about the quantity, talk with your doctor and after talk with us. Our medical team can double check for you if the amount are you using and the 24 hours is permitted or not. Okay? Be careful. Some examples of very common medicines that also are prohibited. For example, insulin. If you have diabetes and you use insulin to treat, please be careful. Insulin is a prohibited medicine. What you are going to do? We are going to request a therapeutic use exception. You are going to collect the form on our website add the medical information and send to us. We are going to analyze your request and grant it or not to it. Please send to us. Also, tamoxifen and anastrozole, there are substances, medications for cancer. So if you are doing any treatment for cancer, for example, please talk with us. I know that your doctor prescribed this substance for you, and it's not a problem at all because it's part of your treatment. And the most important for us is to get our athletes' health. However, they are prohibited. Please don't let this get you down. Send to us a request, and we are going to help you. Okay. Another one that it's very common, especially for athletes that have high blood pressure, that it's furosemide. It's a diuretic that helps you with decrease your blood pressure. It's very common, and if you take this, it can be a very danger. Remember, it's prohibited all the time, okay? All the time. If I test you at home in a training camp or in competition, it's going to be positive, okay? You are doing the treatment for high blood pressure, talk with us. We can help you, okay? And also there's ones that you can find this in any drugstore. I'm pretty sure that everyone at least saw this. Sibutramine, pseudoephedrine, and Tylenol or Vivancy or Ritalin, okay? Ritalin and Vivance are prohibited. Don't forget to talk with us. Many athletes from Virtus especially, they use Ritalin and Vivance. If you are one of these, or your athlete, your kid is one of these, please talk with us. Okay, we must be aware of this athlete and help them to request a TUI. Okay, I know that the doctor prescribed, and sometimes your athlete's taking for so long this medicine, but never mind, you must to talk with us. Okay. And nowadays, it starts to get very common. Some doctors prescribe cannabinoids. Okay, be careful. Okay, we must understand if this cannabinoid it's pure or not. Okay, if you have any question about this, please send it to me. You can send by, as I told, by social media, but it would be the best by email, okay? Because it's a medical information, so as much as safety, your information is better. But you must to pay attention. Just cannabidiol, it's okay to use. It's allowed to use, as you can see here, exceptions, okay? But all the other ones are prohibited if you have a THC. Okay, again, if you are using any treatment with cannabidiol, double check the substance inside of your medication and send to us to double check. And maybe this is the last one for prohibited substance that it's very important to understand because we had a big change in the past years. We call glucocorticoids. Usually they help us to get any better for any health issue, not just an infection, but also for get better soon if you had any surgery or something like that. And they become a very special substance for us. Why? Now, if you are using a glucocorticoid in almost all of them, okay, you can be tested as positive. Again, in competition. Why it's so important this? Because we call washout period the time that your body is able to put the substance out. So what you should do when you are going to your doctor and they prescribe any glucocorticoid, like a budosonide, that's for sinus, for example, if you have any congestion, you need to use budosonide, or prednisolone, that it's very common. Talk with your doctor and explain to them that you are going to have a competition on the date 1 week, 1 month, and they are going to help you to know how long it's going to take out of your body. So you are going to be allowed or not to use. Okay. If you have any question, again, send to us. And beta blockers. We don't have so many athletes here from sports that we we have this, but for example, for skiing, that Virtus has many athletes for skiing now, and we increase the number for skiing. Be careful. These athletes cannot use beta blockers. Or if you are a shooting athlete, be careful. Okay. Here we have some athletes. Okay. That must be take care. Archery, automobile, billiards, snooker, darts, golf, shooting, skiing, snowboard. Okay. Any type of skiing, snowboard, and wonder waters. So if you are one of these athletes, double check if you're not using any type of beta blockers. Okay? If you're using, it's the same as always. Send a message to us, make questions. Okay? Let's avoid any positive tests because of this. So I'm trying to be fast. Let's see. What time now? How long it's going? We are here. I cannot hear.
Yeah, it's just been 20 minutes, so you're okay.
No, let's be fast. As I told in the beginning, we have a manipulation, a prohibited method, and the manipulation of bloods or any component, it's a doping, okay? So be careful if you're using a transfusion blood. It's a prohibited method, okay? If you are necessary to do for any reason, like kidney problem, please be careful with this, okay? We must know when they are doing, why are you doing, okay? Talk with us. It's not a very common situation, but if you need to do any transfusion or use any type of parts of the blood, talk with us. This is the prohibited, and you can get any athlete. Remember, Lance Armstrong, it's one of the doping cases from him. He was manipulating the blood components. Okay. Also, chemical manipulation. If you are for any reasons on the hospital, please be careful. Infusions with more than 100 milliliters. It's also a prohibited manipulation. It's prohibited method. Okay. Maybe you need it for any reasons because you got sick or talk with us always. Okay. Remember, this is not in competition. It's not prohibited out of competition, just in competition, okay? And we have one very special for our wheelchair athletes, okay? Wheelchair athletes only, not for blinds, not for AIs, just for wheelchair athletes. We call this reflex autonomy intention. Please be careful with this. Athletes with, oh, it's got in Portuguese again. Thanks. Always I miss some part in Portuguese. I'm going to explain what is in Portuguese wrote here. If you're an athlete, wheelchair athlete, and have a spinal cord injury around T6, that it's a little bit high, okay, like usually are fencers, wheelchair rugby, or some wheelchair basketball, athletics, okay. If you are one of those athletes, please be careful. You know what I'm talking. If you cannot feel sometimes parts of your body, if you get any damage or any pain in your leg, in your feet, you know that your blood pressure is going to improve. This screen looks like that it's good for you in competition. However, can be damage for your health. Okay. And if you have a blood pressure higher than 180, okay, we can get you because we know that you're using any type of boosting. Okay, be careful also because this can be a damage for your brain. You can have a stroke, for example. You can have a problem in your heart. So don't do this type of damage for you. Don't hurt yourself. Looks like that can be a good idea on the competition, but you can be very serious in the health. I forgot the word. Moshi, if you can help me with the word, healthy harness, maybe. I don't know, but sorry.
Hormones, did you say?
Yeah, maybe I don't know if it is the best word in English for to explain this. It's very danger for you. So don't hurt yourself.
Yeah, don't harm
Okay,
yourself. Yeah.
thanks. It's my English teacher. Um, so I'm sending you so many information. I'm sharing you so many information about substances that are prohibited, and you are taking medicines that can be damaging for your sport career. But how you can double check? So first of all, you're going to talk with your doctor. Don't self-medicate you. First, because it's danger, because you don't know if you have allergic or any good bad reactions about this, and also because they can be a prohibited substance. So first of all, talk with your athlete, your doctor. Top athletes must to have a medical doctor. It's okay if your medical doctor are personal or the team, but always talk with your medical doctor and explain to them that you're athlete. So first, we are going to check our medications with your doctor if you need or not, and you're going to explain to them that you're athlete and can be tested. After this, we are also suggesting you to double check on Global Draw. What's Global Draw? Global Draw is a database with all the prohibited substance by WADA, and you can search on there. So how you are going to search? You are going to choose a nationality. For example, I'm a Brazilian, and my flag is not here, as you can see. So I can pick any flag. Let's choose Australian flag, okay? And I'm going to choose an Australian flag. The next window, it's going to appear who I am. So for example, I'm Juliana, Australian swimming athlete. I'm going to put athlete, okay? And after, my country, and also my sport, swimming. And the last one, we are going to put the substance that on my medicine. Some countries like Australia, Japan, Switzerland, the database can match not just the prohibited substance, but also the medication. So let's think that I am Australian, so I can put Ritalin, not just the medication methylphenidate. Let's see. For example, here, I put Ritalin, that's the name of the medication, okay? But also I can put methylphenidate, that is the substance, the prohibited substance, inside the Ritalin, okay? And what the system are going to show us? That Ritalin is prohibited in competition, okay? So if I test you in competition and they are using Ritalin, what's going to happen? Going to test positive. So how we can avoid this? Two ways: to not take the medicine or to request it to it. As many of you know, Ritalin, it's not a medicine that we take and stop. It's a continued treatment. So please don't stop the treatment in the middle of the year or the month just because you have a competition. What are you going to do? You are going to get in touch with us and request a therapeutic use exception. How many other athletes have the requested already? This therapeutic use exception we call TUE. It's a form with explain this medication, why you need this medication, and the big majority we granted it to it. Okay, so what's happened? You can use normally this medication, and if you go to a doping control and provide a sample, a urine or blood, it's not going to be a problem because you talk with us already, and we notify everyone that it's okay to take this medicine. You, just you, okay? Easy, easy. So talk with your doctor, get the global drug, put your medicine or the prohibited substance inside your medicine, or not just the prohibited, but you don't know, maybe you want to try another medicine. And if it's prohibited, what are you going to do? If it's red, you are going to talk with us, okay? Here's just a trick. This is a very common medicine in Brazil, Latin America in general. We call Neosaldina. It's a medication for headache, okay? Any person can buy it. It's there, just the content and get. Question: as I don't need any prescription, do you believe in that it's doping free? Let's think. I don't need any medical report. I don't need any prescription. It's there. It's a shampoo and the medication, one beside another one. Be careful, okay, guys? Some medications we have a combined components. In this case, we have an stimulant with the dipirona. Dipirona, it's not prohibited, but the isometapeno, that it's a stimulant that it's combined with the substance, it's doping. So We had some athletes, especially in Brazil and Latin America, that they used this substance, this medication that it's super simple during the competition for a simple headache, and they tested positive. So even the medication, it's the counter, it's easy to get. Double check, okay? How to double check? Go to the global drug, type all the substances you can find, and double check, okay? And talk with your doctor. Also, I have a medication in my country that it's not prohibited. I'm sure that I can buy the same one in other country and it doesn't happen anything. No. Here, for example, we have one medication that in USA has a prohibited substance. Okay, in the UK it's free. So be careful if you are going to travel another country and you know that you usually use some medications for you for headache, for stomach ache. Please take with you from your country. If you don't have a doctor in your team, it's very important and you must to have all the medications with you. Don't buy a medication for auto medication in other country, okay? If you're in a competition and you got sick, don't worry. We always have a medical department in a competition. Talk with the doctors in a competition. Don't take medications with not a medical prescription. Okay. Just to finish, and I'm pretty sure that many of you use supplements or have athletes are using supplements. Be careful why we should consider supplements are under alimentar rules. So it's a food, it's not a medication. So what's happened with this? When we are treating a medication, the health environment and the sanitary environment has a really high requirement. For food and for supplements are not the same. So sometimes we don't take like a powder milk and they will see like, be careful, contain nuts. This is what it means. We can have contamination this because it's not the same safety, security, and sanitary environment as we have for medications. So what's happened? We can have a cross contamination. So if you are an athlete or you that it's athlete are using supplement, please be careful. Cross contamination, it's very common. And what's happening if you're going to the doping control station and tests can be positive. Okay. Also, some countries, unfortunately, the rules are not the same for medication and they don't put all the information, all the substance on the labels. For example, USA, it's not mandatory to put all the informations on the label. And sometimes they miss the most important substance, the one that is prohibited. So be careful. Check the rules of your country, the country that are you buying the supplement. Sometimes they miss it on purpose, the substance in the label. Okay. Miracle, for example, I took a green tea and I lost 3 pounds. This is not green tea, okay? There is something inside with the supplement that made me lost the 3 pounds, okay? And probably it's the missed information on the label. Suspicion manufacturer. You see a supplement with a weird bot, not a very good label, or amazing label, but a weird country that not even know about this country. Like this country produces supplements or so many informations that doesn't match with the supplement. This is suspicion manufacturing. So don't buy supplements for something that you are not sure that it's safe. Okay. And the last one, unfortunately, happens sometimes, it's adulteration. Okay. You buy a supplement for many years and sometimes something change. Why? They change, they adulterate the supplement, they adulterate the formula. So be careful. This is not very common, but also can happen. Okay. My suggestion, If it's possible, don't take any supplement. Talk with your doctor, talk with your nutrition. Maybe if you just eat pretty well, you don't need. Sorry. For example, you're an athlete from Argentina. You do a barbecue every day. Do you really think that it's necessary to take more whey protein for your body? Yeah, and you are archery athlete. So talk with your nutrition, talk with your doctor. Maybe the needs that you're expecting to have, it's not the true. Okay. As I told, specified and specifics in nutrition. If I'm a shooting athlete, I'm not going to need the same amount of calories that one swimmer athlete is going to need. So different diets for different sports. Okay. Training professionals, as I told you, go a nutrition, go a medical doctor. They can help you to give the right information about the nutrition. I'm a teacher, a physical educator. I've studied sports for my entire life, but I'm not able to tell you how much you need for calories or which type of special substance you need because it's not my professional. So be careful with sorry, be careful with some professionals that are not the right ones to give tips or prescriptions. Okay, we have the right ones. Reality. Okay, sometimes you need to eat 1,000 kilos of strawberry, but you live in Brazil, so we don't have strawberries entire year. So we have bananas entire year. So it must be something reality. I must eat salmon every day, but you come from, I don't know, Romania. You don't have salmon there. So must be very realistic, your nutrition diet. Okay. Nutritional strategies, okay? The professional going to understand what's the best time to eat something or take any supplement. If you are training in the morning, it's going to be one strategy. If you are training in the afternoon, another one. If you're training for shooting, it's going to be on one thing. If you're training for an athlete, it's going to be a different. If you are from a very warm country, in India, for example, that it's 50 degrees now, you are going to sweat a lot. So you need some support, not just water. Maybe you need like a Powerade, something to let you get the most hydration as possible. But you're from Denmark and you're training like gobo, maybe you don't need. This is very important. So nutrition strategies, okay? And other approach, like, are you sleeping well? Are you following the nutrition proposals? Are you training properly? So you must to pay attention. And an athlete has a whole athlete, a global information for several professionals. Okay. So this is just a tip. We have supplementary search tools like the Global Draw. We have for supplements. However, it's not the same as Global Draw. Just some countries you can use it. Okay. So if you're from Europe, you can use Informed, Sport, or Colon List. If you're from Australia, you can use ASTA. Or if you're from USA, you can use NSF. All the supplements are going to be there? No, but they can give some to help you. And those supplements, it's under those lists. It's high probability to be clean. Okay, so it's just a tip. If you can use those, it would be better. So I hope not to get so long. Thanks again for being here. So let's have two questions, okay? First, let's see if you learn about our seminar today. How do I know if a substance is allowed? A, the substance is safe if it has been purchased from a pharmacy. So I bought in a drugstore, for sure, it's safe. Or B, a substance is safe, it says doping free on the box. Like I'm buying like a Tylenol and it's right, doping free. It's okay. A substance, it's safe, it's made for plants. So I bought a green tea, so it's not a problem. Or D, a substance is safe, it's if it doesn't contain any substance on the prohibited list. It's easy, guys. A, B, C, or D? It's just one right. For sure is the last one. Okay. As I told, sometimes even if you buy from it's not all the medications come with right doping free, first of all. And some of them don't understand exactly what is doping free mean. So be careful. Um, Made by plants. So 99% of the medications are made by plants. This is how we get the substance from the earth. Substances are safe if pushed on the pharmacy. Yeah, insulin is prohibited and you buy from the pharmacy. So be careful. Double check if it's on the list. Okay. And the last question: how can you tell if nutritional supplements are safe? A, all nutritional supplements are safe to use because it's a nutrition thing. B, it's not possible to know if nutritional supplements are safe because can have some many problems. C, if the label says it's free, it's safe. Or D, if prescribed by a doctor. And letter B, it's not possible to know if nutrition supplements are safe. Never. Even if you use the tools I gave 2 minutes ago, they put on the bottle. We are not 100 sure that all the supplements are free. We have been tested those, but it doesn't mean that can not be with prohibited substance. Okay, so please, if you can avoid to use supplements, avoid. Talk with your medical doctor, talk with your nutrition, and try to change your diet, your dietary nutritional meals, and maybe you can get from the food that's safe. Okay. Check our social media and YouTube channel, okay? Dot Wordability Sport, dot Virtual Sport, and Ipsa Blind Sports. We are posting every week informations about, and our YouTube channel and the websites are being with all the seminars we are having. Thanks again, everyone, for coming. Moshi, it's our time. The floor is yours.
No, thank you so much. I'm not sure how many athletes or parents are here from Virtus organization, but just like last time, Philip Hurst is doing interview sessions with, not interview, discussion sessions with athletes with intellectual impairment, just to understand how effective this awareness program is becoming. And we are trying to collaborate and come up with new resources that can be understood by athletes with intellectual impairment more easily. So, if you know someone who has an intellectual impairment and wants who can participate in this discussion slash interview session with Philip Hurst, do let me know, and then we can get you in touch with Phillips, or you can directly get in touch with Phillips. I'm going to put his email ID in the chat box, and you can get in touch with either one of us, either me or Philip. I've just dropped Philip's email ID, and I'm dropping mine as well. So do let us know if you know any athlete who can be a part of this discussion. And there is a compensation prize for you to give if the athlete is participating. Any effort, any type of discussion, it's going to be like compensate. You'll get compensation for it, basically.
Remember, just for Virtus athletes, okay, guys? If you have a Wordability or IPSA athletes here, maybe you can try next year, but this year, 2024, it's just for Virtus athletes, II athletes, okay?
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Juliana, for this wonderful seminar.
No, thanks you much for always support me. And please don't forget to follow us in the Instagram and social medias. We are here for share informations. And that this week or this month, this week, Moshi is going to have an amazing project launched also. So please following us. Let's support our athletes. Okay. And I hope to see in the next month.
Yay. Okay. Bye bye. Have a lovely
Bye
day.
bye.